Hello everybody, it's the Millennial Investor and I'm back to show you guys a little bit of some more in-depth things on the E-Trade app. Specifically today I'm going to show you guys how to sell covered calls. When I was kind of learning how to sell options, there wasn't really a clear way other than on the desktop. The options chain is a little bit more difficult to understand, especially for beginners. Especially when everything's new to you and whatnot. So I'm going to show you guys kind of a brief overview how to sell covered calls. In a short summary, covered calls are when you own at least 100 shares of a stock. When you purchase an option, you purchase them in groups of 100 shares. So in order to sell an option, you have to have groups of 100 shares of a stock. So otherwise, if you don't, then you won't be able to sell a covered call, for example. Now, here we are right on the first page of Apple. So this is kind of the description and whatnot, just your typical information. And if we scroll down to here, you'll see a button that says Options Chain, and this is where all the options are handled. And just a note, your account may have to get approved for options first. It's been a while, so I don't remember completely how that works, but you usually just pick an option in the settings, and then you have to date and signature or something like that, because the risks are a little different as opposed to having shares of a company. But that's research that you want to do beforehand. This is simply a tutorial on how to sell covered calls. So here we are on the options chain. You can see on the left, top left are calls and top right are puts, and then the bid and the asks underneath with the strike in the middle. The strike is the price that you're willing to technically buy or sell at. So in our case, it would be selling. So you can see on the left side of that, since we're looking at selling covered calls, you can see this is the options premium kind of that you would get from selling an option. So, and this is in regards to volatility. So you can see here, for example, $135. The bid is 0.71 and the ask is 0.74. Basically, you move the decimal point over 2 places, and that's kind of the premium that you're going to receive, with the exception of the, I believe, 50-cent or so fee that E-Trade takes. So we're going to click underneath bid, for example, $71. And also to note, at the top here is the date that you want the option set to. So you can see that we can click April 30th, May 7th, May 14th, and you can just keep sliding and go further as well. But we're going to keep it as a weekly. So, and in fact, half the week's over at this point, so there's a few days still left to go on this. But we're going to just use $135, April 23rd, 2021 as an example, and we're going to click the $71 there. Now we're going to click, now you can click quote details and kind of get information on the value of this option over time. So you can see here, if you bought it a year ago, you made a mistake. But our goal here is to sell, and then you can click trade at the top, or what you can do is you can simply go trade options, since we're going to be selling a covered call here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sell open, and you can see here at the top is quantity, and then we have the date and the strike, and then you have the bid ask. And so we're going to select price and term, and then you can see here we can set it to a limit, for example, good for day, and let's say we want to sell it for 0.72, so that would be $72. Similar to kind of the format where you're purchasing a share. And then you would click preview, and in this case I don't actually have 100 shares of Apple so I can't go to the next page, but it's just like when you're buying a share, it'll say the cost, the fees, and how much you're actually going to make, because that will be going towards your account as opposed to leaving your account. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Then once you have it, you can view it on the main menu alongside your shares. So right where Apple is listed on your portfolio, right underneath it'll say Apple April 23rd, $135 call. You can see what the value of it is. Like, let's say Apple spikes tomorrow, it'll actually turn red because you could have made more money because there's more value to that option now. Or if it goes down, it'll go green. Regardless, you'll be bagging that premium. You're just kind of limiting your growth to $135. If not, if it doesn't hit that, you keep your shares and you've made extra money. So it's pretty much a great tactic to kind of bring in some extra revenue, especially on shares that you're looking to keep long term if you can play it out appropriately. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. There wasn't a lot of information, from E-Trade as far as their mobile application goes. So hopefully this helps you guys, especially if you're new to the app or investing or are looking to get into options. As always, I'm working on bringing more stuff out as we go. So if you have any questions or suggestions for something you're interested in that you'd like to learn about, please comment below and I'll try my best to take care of it. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, guys. It's really appreciated, and I'll see you next time.